Good morning, guys. I hope you guys had a great weekend. We definitely did. Enjoyed a little bit this week. Obviously, we put in a lot of work, and from our Instagram story, you can probably tell, and had a relaxing Sunday. And now back to work since last night, right? And up early morning. A few news up here which I have written down, but before that, we'll just go over a SPY. On Friday, we had a great move, a little dip, and it recovered. Right. So far, it's trying to hold above this 430. So far, this overall level that which is trying to hold is 430 that we have, which is great. Even if it can continue holding 420 in this area, we might even see it continue going up. But again, on October 18th, we have some news that need to come on October 18th or before. Just keep that in mind, right? And if you don't know what that is, then you definitely haven't been paying attention to the markets. So I suggest that you do some homework. That why is October 18th such an important date? Okay, and below 430 we do have all the way towards 420. This is a must hold zone which I've drawn right here, right, from 405 to 425, around 420, 415, in that area. A bounce to this zone or a dip is likely in the coming weeks, in my opinion, in which is not, there's nothing wrong with that. That does not mean the market is down. It's just a healthy consolidation, I think, and it's a nice dip. I think that's required, and then we can probably continue back up maybe in November, December, right? And then I was looking at the MACD today. I don't look at MACD all the time, but I do look at it when it's a little extended out of normal levels, right? So if I was to go here, the last time we had MACD in the negative territory on S&P was exactly 1 year ago in October, right here. So if you look at the MACD, it was exactly right last year in October, and you can see how in October the market was kind of weak. I mean, it wasn't weak, but it was just holding levels, gave us a little dip, and then boom, right back up. So MACD has fallen to a negative territory exactly after 1 year, right? So maybe the MACD resets during October. We have a nice little crossover to the upside, which gives us another bullish signal. And then we see how the 200-day, 50-day moving averages are holding, and then we can probably play to the upside based on those technicals. Okay, so there's always a time for technicals. When do you apply them? You don't look at MACD every day; it's not gonna help, right? But sometimes they set up, and then you keep an eye on them. All right, and then we have the Qs. Tech, same thing, similar analysis to SPY. Obviously, are different levels, right? 382.50 plus, we go higher on tech and potential breakouts on many names where you can make a lot of money. When does this happen? This week, next week, in 6 months, 1 year? I don't know. But when that happens, there's an opportunity to make a lot of money. Playing this chop is risky. I will say it one more time. Told you guys last week, cut down your position size. You will thank yourself in the long term. Trust me. Cut your position size. Go 1/4 of normal sizes that you go. And if you take lottos, usually, cut down your lotto size also. Right? On a $10,000 account, maybe don't do a lotto more than, I don't know, one contract for 50 cents in a week, if there is one, right? So it all comes down to managing. Qs, we do need us the 370, but right now obviously it's trading below. So let's see if we can hold above these levels, which is 350ish. So around 350ish plus we should hold on Qs. Okay. Financials looking fine during pre-market. Banks, I believe, are up. I wish financials can give us a nice little slow dip towards 36, and then it takes a 30 as 60. That will likely confirm the chart to upside. So also on financials, if we can get something like this, maybe a dip to here somehow in the coming weeks, this area holds, and then it comes back up and takes over 38.60 and 39. That is a very bullish reversal signal that's likely to go up, and we likely won't get rejected here at resistance. It's likely going to take out. However, if we reach 39 from here, there might be it might be tough. It might get rejected and then come back down again. So I personally would rather have XLF dip first now, give some gains, come towards this 36 area, and then reverse back up. So that's just my theory. I hope we can have more confidence in our positions. But here it will be a little iffy. Okay. Some news that we have: MRK. LB's calls, I think one of the best plays this year, definitely, no doubt, right before the news, and pre-market is trading at the highs of the last week of Friday's candle, right? So this is something you want to keep an eye on. If it takes out 84, 85, the next resistance we have is all the way towards 88, right here. We have all the way towards here, towards 88 bucks, right? And those options will be up high again today because of a huge move, right? This is very bullish on the MACD also, if you guys don't know. If you look here, this nice little cross and then a huge volume bar. Okay, so Merck, if it holds above 84 today, is likely going to get $88. So manage your positions if you're in. Moderna and Novavax, they're down on Merck, right? So let's see how that goes. Delta Airlines, they had some comments today that their tickets are stabilized and they've improved. And for 2022, their domestic bookings will surpass pre-pandemic levels, which is good. Good comments, and obviously reopening plays might be in play, right, with other big names going down. So keep an eye on Delta above 45, 48. If we do get $48 right here, and we hold this level, we're likely to test 50. So it's a $2 trade. Okay, remember, investing is different, trading is different. Okay, so because we're trading on a name which is under 50 bucks, and we can catch the $1 confirmed move, that's a lot for options. So keep an eye on Delta even today. If it continues going up, it's a great name that I think you can take advantage of. All right, if the market is weak, it gives up gains, keep a high stop then. All right, we do have a gap below right here towards 42, 43 bucks. I would rather see something like this. I would not rush into it, come dip a little bit, and then break 45. And then on the second break of 45 like this, maybe play this towards 48 bucks. Okay? And ROP, Gumball Profits, you mentioned this name, Robotech, and as I was reading my notes, this name came up on its own without me searching. So they have some news today, which they're selling their engineering solutions unit to a company called Transcore to Singapore Tech for close to a $3 billion deal, $2.68 billion deal. From here, if it reverses and it holds above 455, I believe, or 453. So if it can hold above 453-ish, right, and base here, you can definitely try playing this towards 460, 470 area. Okay, if it can hold 453-ish. And obviously that news, the market will tell us if it's positive or negative, how the investors are taking it. It's not a company I follow closely, but just keep an eye on because they are in the light right now. Amazon has some news today. Amazon needs a really strong news in order for it to move on news, right? But for the Prime members, you guys can now send gifts using a mobile phone number to any email or an email to anyone. You don't need no address, nothing. Okay, so that's the one. And then obviously I do want to analyze Amazon a little bit. Amazon, if it does not get 3,400 and you're playing Amazon, you're playing a death zone. You're just playing danger. That's what you're doing, right? You're gambling your money away. I will tell you this right now. You might nail 1,000%. Where you're gambling below 3,400 and between 3,200. Okay, in this zone, if you're playing Amazon, right here, if you're playing Amazon between this zone right here, you're doing nothing but gambling your money away. Just remember that. Okay, underneath 200, 3,200. I was talking to Yash yesterday. Under 3,200, we do have all the way towards 2,900, right? Which is the first point might load some equity. Not all of it. Why? Because it's come down here. It's likely going to flush lower all the way towards where this zone right here, from 2,500 to 2,700. Okay, so know the downside levels on Amazon. If we take out 3,400, if we take above 3,400, we see more strength. It's above all these resistances, right? Why 3,400 above these resistances? And then we see how 34, 32, 34, 30, those levels react. Above them, we likely have all-time highs then. Okay, so know your downside, know the upside. But in playing in between here and trying to guess where Amazon goes, unless you're really confident with your analysis of the overall market, what the what Fed's gonna say in a month or two, in 3 months maybe, then yes, that's different, right? Unless you have like a hedge fund kind of knowledge. But playing is in this zone, you'll be giving your money away. Okay, and then today at 10 a.m. Catherine Tai, she's gonna be talking about their phase 1 deal with China. All right. So if you guys remember when Donald Trump was in the market, president. They made a deal with China right under their administration. So today at 10 o'clock, she's going to be coming out with some comments and plus the new strategy under the Biden admin. So I think it might be very important for China if we get some positive news or anything, whatever is going on there. We'll see if bottom is in for China, or we might even get some very negative bad news, and then obviously Chinese stocks will flush much lower, right? And Evergrande, you guys already know it's in news lately, so just keep an eye on. So Chinese names maybe flush a lot lower, or maybe we might get some positive comments today, and then we rip. Okay. And on Amazon, we do have a gap fill right here, by the way, from March. And then we have next DPZ, the niche you asked. Right, on the daily, I do like DPG, right? A very strong name on last earnings, kept running. We all know this, right? And then a lot of people tried playing here, but it failed to hold this level. It filled the gap exactly to the dot. It filled the gap to the dot here, And if we can continue holding this 475 level, I think from here you can definitely get a bounce towards 490, 500. You can catch this $15 trade. Even if DPZ was to go lower, I think we get a bounce first to 15 points at least, minimum, I think. So you can catch the options play, and then maybe we flush lower if it's gonna go lower. However, if it just breaks these levels right here and goes lower, then next is all the way right here, which is 445. If this bounce does not work, then the next bounce we want to try is 445. At 445 back, so from here to here, right here, from 445 to 475 current levels. Okay, so that's how you play the bounces. If the first one doesn't work, you wait till the next, and from the next one you play to the other. Okay, and there was another stock that I wanted to go over. T just mentioned a name. Where is it? He mentioned ADVM. I don't follow this stock, but just because he mentioned it, I just want to see where it is. So I see what he's saying. A nice base at 2, strong support level right here, right off the bat you can see. Strong support level. And equity names like this, it won't break easy from here. So it can hold. And even if you get like a 20-cent move on this equity, right, that's a 10% move on equity. So you buy it around here, around $2, and a potential squeeze all the way towards $3. Okay, just by looking at the chart, I can tell you. Names like this sometimes require patience, right? You hold them through, and then eventually you do get the pop when it comes. But $2 seems like a very strong support on this name. So a great find in my opinion, right? Look into some news maybe, see what this name is. But technically, a lot of support right here. And if it can take out above 250, plus that's a big move from 2 for 40-cent move, right? So just keep an eye on this name. Do some research. Maybe there's some news coming out, and it can definitely bounce here. So great find in my opinion. And I think that's it. Ford, Tesla, the main chart that we have to go over, obviously. So Tesla had great delivery numbers, guys, right? Great delivery numbers. And now the only thing here is if the market holds up, if the market is strong, or if S&P does not flush, maybe it might stay red for the day, but as long as it stays above around 430, 420, 425, 435 in this zone, Tesla can rip. We already know the monthly chart, right? 780 hold is must. And pre-market is trading way above right here. Now, the only thing is, does Tesla give up gains all day today, or does it rip higher? It's right here at the resistance where it gets sold off at $800 levels. If it does get through, if Tesla does rip through, the next zone we have is right here, all the way from 820 till 843. From 820 till 843, now the ways to play Tesla, you can either play calls right at the open if you think it's going to run on delivery numbers. If the market stays strong, Tesla can rip. We already know the moves it can make. Or if you're patient, the next thing you can do is wait for Tesla to reach this zone, 840, 845, I'll write it down. Wait for it to get to 845-ish or 840, and then you do bear spreads on it. You bear spreads above the levels and collect premium. That's what I mean, right? So if Tesla reaches this level right here, and if you have an account, then what you do here is you start selling calls around here. You start selling these ranges like spreads to the public. Why? Because here Tesla is not just going to go through, I think, because a lot of resistance, that's where it got failed. It's probably going to be choppy, or maybe even give gain come down towards 700, and you can keep all this premium, right? So one is playing calls here, betting that goes higher, right? Some of you guys that love Tesla. One is being patient, letting Tesla come into this zone, and then selling premium. Okay, so Tesla 800 will be very hard hold. Keep that in mind. Or maybe we dip today and we hold 770, and then when it comes back to 780, so maybe we dip today, I don't know, and then comes back to 800. When we take out 800 again, that's the other time to play. But playing right at the open, you'll be paying a lot of premium, so that's your risk. Good luck if you're going to do that. And with this, we'll end, guys. Let's have a great week. Manage. For the first 15 minutes, we always recommend just watch and see what the market gives you. See what happens. Don't get sucked in the first 5-10 minutes of action. God bless. See you guys back in the chat.